Have you ever wondered what you need to do to attract money, wealth, and prosperity into your life? Have you ever thought about how whether one simple mind hack might allow you to manifest everything you desire? Perhaps you've been told that the answer to wealth and prosperity lies in the law of attraction. Or perhaps you've simply believed that you need to work extremely hard or to know the right people to get ahead. But what if I were to tell you that the secret to attracting money, wealth, success, and happiness lies in none of those things? That you don't need to waste hours of your time attempting to understand the law of attraction, nor do you need to work hard or be extremely well connected. What if I were to tell you instead that the secret to manifesting everything you've ever dreamt about lies within you already and is yet to be released? And until a chance meeting with a total stranger in an airport waiting room, I had no idea how powerful this secret money mind hack was either. But this hack, this simple function which lies within you right now ready to be activated, is the only thing that is needed to bring you the wealth and abundance that you always dreamt about. By the end of this short video, you'll be able to see how over 10,000 people are using this money mind hack to experience limitless wealth and entrepreneurial success, receive unexpected cash gifts and bonuses, finally rid themselves from debt and money worries, attract astonishing career success, and manifest unlimited well-being, great health, love, and happiness. And once you've activated this secret money mind hack, you're going to feel energized, uplifted, and reborn as all of your regrets, negative thoughts, and personal failures are washed away by a healing tide. In a mere moment, you will feel more confident, joyous, and motivated than ever before as you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. And once you begin to emit positive energy, you can have limitless access to the most cherished energy source in the modern world, money. Now, I understand that you might be a little skeptical. After all, it sounds a little too good to be true. But by the end of this short video, you'll understand how this one little mind hack has the power to change your life forever, and has done so not only for me, but for thousands of others who now live incredible lives full of wealth, abundance, and happiness. But before I reveal what this shocking secret is, please do allow me to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Stacy Simpson, and believe me when I say that before I discovered the secret money mind hack that unlocked my current life of happiness and abundance, my life wasn't easy. I was in my first year of college when I fell pregnant with my first child. The pregnancy was unplanned, but I wanted to keep and love the baby anyway. So I dropped out of college to focus on being a mom. The father stuck around for a while. In fact, he proposed to me when I told him I was pregnant. Then 7 months after our daughter was born, I fell pregnant with baby number 2, this time with our son. But then when our second baby was just 6 months old, he left us. So there I was, a single mother with 2 very young children, no job, no college education, no money, and no hope. I didn't know what to do. There was no way I could have afforded daycare, so going back to college or getting a full-time job were both out of the question. Reluctantly, I contacted my sister for help. She was a stay-at-home mom who had married well, and when I told her just how desperate I was, she offered to help me out. For a couple of nights each week, she would take care of the children, which meant I could waitress in a diner across town. I then started to work a bunch more part-time jobs alongside my evening shifts at the diner. But as time went on, it seemed like my kids spent more time with my sister than they did with me. I was doing everything I could to make ends meet. But having 2 kids is expensive, and I soon started to become desperate. All this time, I'd been trying to find a stable job to support my family. But I was a college dropout, no qualifications, and these part-time jobs were the only things I could find. I was desperate to provide my children with the life they deserved, and I kept going as best I could. But every day was like Groundhog Day, and it seemed no matter how hard I worked, the bills each month always came to more than the pay packet I was bringing in. But I carried on, wiping tables, stretching my tips, and I even took out one of those instant loans with an absurdly high interest rate. I just didn't know what else to do. And that's when it happened. I turned to drink. I started on the cheapest bottles of wine I could find, then vodka, then absolutely anything I could get my hands on. I was a failure, a wreck. I was a single mother who couldn't even take care of her own kids and had to rely on my own sister for handouts. And I started drinking more and more. I thought I'd hit rock bottom. But little did I know the worst was yet to come. After turning up to pick up my kids drunk one evening after polishing off another bottle of wine after I'd finished my shift, my sister told me that she'd had enough. She couldn't allow my children to see me like this, and she insisted that I leave them with her and not come back until I'd turned my life around. That was the lowest point. It was a dagger to my heart because I knew she was right. I was nothing, a useless drunk who couldn't even provide for her own children. I didn't show up for work the next day. Instead, I grabbed a bottle of the cheapest, nastiest liquor I could find, sought out a quiet bench at the end of a busy street, and drank. Until I eventually passed out. A few hours later, I stumbled home and collapsed into bed. The next morning, I woke up somewhat worse for wear, but something had changed. Now, I'm not sure what it was, a sign from God or the universe perhaps, but I instantly knew that something positive was about to happen. Minutes later, the phone rang. Ordinarily, I probably wouldn't have taken the call. It'd more than likely be about an unpaid bill, or worse still, my employer calling to fire me. But I just knew that this call was going to be something different. When I answered the phone, my mother was on the other end of the line. "Stacy, honey, your sister called us last night and told us everything. We're worried sick. We want you to come and live with us." My parents had relocated to Florida some years earlier and were enjoying a comfortable life there. I'd never wanted to be a burden on them. In fact, I always felt like I'd let them down. But at that moment, I had nothing to lose by accepting their offer, particularly as they had also persuaded my sister to allow my kids to move over there with me. This was it. This was my chance. There was no guarantee that I'd find a decent job over in Florida, but I'd have a home, a caring family, my children, and a chance at a future for all of us. The drinking stopped right then and there. I suddenly felt this wave of excitement and energy, and I sensed that my life was about to get infinitely better. The very next day, I picked up my kids from my sister and gave her a big hug. She'd been such a huge help and had always tried to do the right thing by me. Some days later, there we were, packed, checked in, and at the airport waiting for the short flight over to Florida. And it was in that airport waiting room that something incredible happened. A very smartly dressed man with a warm, beaming smile was perched in the seat directly opposite from us. Now, I'm not sure what it was, but I instantly knew that this man was there to help me. He possessed an aura of warmth and kindness that I'd never experienced before. I felt 100 different emotions all at once, all while feeling entirely serene. When he noticed me look back at him, he smiled and said hi. He told me that his name was Aaron Surtees. He was a world-famous hypnotherapist from the United Kingdom, and that he was there to help me. He explained to me that everything in life happens for a reason, that the universe had a way of guiding him to those who were the most in need of his help, and that this was his calling in life. He told me that he sensed that I was suffering and promised me that there was a way out of it, and that he could be my guide. For a few moments, I sat in silent contemplation. I was stunned. It was as though this stranger had some kind of psychic ability. He had been guided straight to me. But why me? Was this a trap? I had so many questions, and I knew there was only one way to get answers. And so, putting my doubts and fear aside, I accepted his offer for me and my kids to join him for a coffee in the Starbucks in the airport departures hall. Spending time with Aaron felt like meeting an old friend and a Zen Buddhist master at the same time. And what Aaron told me shocked me to my very core. For years, Aaron had been on a mission to help people by implementing a secret money mind hack within their brain. He went on to explain that by implementing this hack, he was then able to activate the wealth magnet within them. It is this wealth magnet that is responsible for our ability to attract wealth and abundance into our lives. And yet, for 99.99% of the world's population, that magnet has not yet been activated. Aaron explained that the default position of the human mind is to vibrate at an average or below average frequency, thus preventing wealth and abundance from flowing to us. And whilst the idea of frequency and vibration is nothing new, what is extraordinary is that Aaron is one of only 4 or 5 people in the world with the spiritual ability to implement this money mind hack in a person's mind in order to activate the wealth magnet within them. Hypnosis actually has the power to change electrochemical activity in the brain, moving brain activity away from the default mode network and towards the prefrontal lobes. And when a highly skilled spiritual healer, such as Aaron, induces a seeker into a state of hypnosis, the healer can reprogram the seeker's mind, allowing the money mind hack to take effect and the wealth magnet within it to be finally switched on, to enable him or her not only to replace all of the negativity within that person with confidence, motivation, positivity, and high self-esteem, but also give them the ability to freely receive incredible monetary wealth. Aaron explained that this hack which he had only recently stumbled upon, was allowing ordinary people, often those who naturally vibrated at below average frequencies, to experience extraordinary wealth. 99% of the population have their internal wealth magnet obscured by something that Aaron calls mind fog. But to be more technical, mind fog is, in essence, when the electrons in your brain are vibrating at a low frequency. And when a person's vibration is low, they attract low-frequency things, such as demotivation, lousy jobs, toxic relationships, depression, poor health, and even poverty. The only way to change your life in any positive, meaningful way is by raising your vibration to a level which enables the internal wealth magnet to be turned permanently on inside your mind. And that's where Aaron's unique powers can help you. Because while Aaron has helped countless struggling individuals to lose weight, quit smoking, and find love by reprogramming their subconscious minds, Aaron's forte is what he calls a money mind hack, with which he activates the wealth magnet within a person's mind, allowing them to suddenly manifest incredible sums of money. After our brief chat in the coffee shop, Aaron made a suggestion. We didn't have much time until our flights departed, but the coffee shop was very quiet, the kids seemed happy, so Aaron offered to quickly work his magic on me. And so right there, at a table in Starbucks, Aaron began the cleansing process of reprogramming my unconscious mind, ridding my brain of negativity and gradually raising my vibration to a level at which he could activate the vital wealth magnet switch within my mind. Aaron's voice was calm and soothing as he spoke to me. I felt more at ease than I'd ever felt in my entire life. I was in a state of relaxed, concentrated awareness. I could feel a heavy weight lifting from my shoulders, negativity leaving my mind, and positive energy flooding my entire body. As I arose from my daze, I felt lighter and brighter than I had done before, though still very much myself. I thanked Aaron, and just minutes later, my kids and I boarded our flight. It all seemed somewhat surreal, and honestly, I really wasn't sure what to expect. But it wasn't long before I began noticing the profound effects of the hypnosis. When I landed in Florida, my parents were at the airport to greet us, and for the first time in what seemed like years, I felt truly happy. Then, only 72 hours later, something absolutely extraordinary happened. It all started when I received an excited phone call from my sister. "Stacy, you're not going to believe this. I just got off the phone with Michael and he's sending you $500,000. My first thought was that my sister was out of her mind. Michael was my ex-husband. And to my mind, there was no way that that guy would ever have $500,000 to his name, let alone actually give me that amount of money. But days later, a letter from my ex-husband duly arrived in the post. He apologized for the way he had abandoned our family, told me that he hoped that one day I might consider allowing him to be a father again to our kids, and revealed that years ago he'd invested in Bitcoin before hardly anybody had ever heard of it. Turns out the Bitcoin he bought was worth north of $1 million, and he wanted me to have half the profits. Alongside the note was a check for the full amount of $500,000. I mean, honestly, I expected it to bounce, but incredibly, it didn't. From then on, everything changed. Firstly, my mother found me an incredible job working at an extremely promising startup company, which the son of one of her friends owned. My new boss also persuaded me to invest just a little of the money I'd been given by my ex-husband into stocks in a business which he'd heard was about to be the subject of a major buyout. Within weeks, the $1,000 I'd invested increased over 10 times in value. This was crazy. Whilst before I was fragile and desperate, I now radiated positivity, happiness, and success. And I knew it was all down to Aaron activating that secret wealth magnet within my mind with his money mind hack method. I mean, honestly, money was literally falling into my lap. I'd gone from an estranged, down-and-out drunk to a highly successful entrepreneur in a matter of weeks, which got me thinking. I was so grateful to have met Aaron, but I couldn't help thinking how amazing it'd be to find a way for him to implement his money mind hack method in the minds of so many more people. Aaron's mission in life is to help and to heal as many people as possible. But he is limited by his one physical body, and at this point, by thousands and thousands of miles, as he had long since returned to his practice in London, England. But whilst it would be physically impossible for him to implement his money mind hack method in person for thousands of people, I wondered whether he might be able to make an audio recording of his exact words so that people from all around the world would be able to benefit from his unique powers. So I got back in touch with Aaron, and to my delight, he loved the idea. He explained to me that he already had extensive experience producing audio hypnosis programs, and that the results that he'd seen convinced him that there was a very high chance that this new Money Mind Hack session would be able to seriously improve the life of anybody who listened to it. The very next morning, Aaron emailed me attaching a small MP3 file containing the exact same Money Mind Hack session that I'd had with him. Aaron instructed me to first send this file to a few friends or family members, asking them to ensure that they were relaxed and alone in a quiet room and to listen to the track in its entirety. The first person that immediately came to mind was my sister. Her life was pretty stable as it was, but I really wanted to help her out after all the help she'd given me. So she listened to the audio, which lasts around just 10 minutes. Within a matter of weeks, not only had she won a 4-figure cash prize on a prize draw, but her husband had received a huge promotion on a salary, which would make their family comfortable for life. From there, I tried the same thing with other family members and friends. Each one of them listened to Aaron's Money Mind Hack audio file, and one by one, their mind's wealth magnet was activated. Every single one of them had their lives completely transformed. Having told Aaron the good news, we both knew that we had to share this incredible breakthrough with the public. So today, I'm delighted to introduce you to Aaron's Money Mind Hack. It's the only audio track that's proven to activate the all-important wealth magnet within your mind. You'll never find an opportunity like this ever again. While people continue to struggle by in these difficult times, grinding themselves into the dirt, working every hour God sends, you can just relax, pop in a set of headphones, listen for just 10 minutes, and see the incredible change that this can bring to your life, all by allowing Aaron to activate the vital wealth magnet within your mind. I don't want you to have to struggle by in some dead-end job, yet still end up broke. I don't want you to waste your money on the lotto, some crazy investment, or worse still, get caught up in some get-rich-quick scheme. I don't want you to feel the way I felt, unable to support your family. I don't wish that feeling upon anybody. I don't want you to have to experience any of that, which is why I'm so absolutely thrilled to share Aaron's Money Mind Hack with you today. Because I want you to get out of the rat race, working for a boss that you despise. I want you to be able to forget about financial burden, and I want you to experience what it is like to attract genuine wealth and prosperity. The reality is that it has never been so difficult to get ahead in life, no matter how hard you work. As the cost of living increases and bills and food prices skyrocket, it's hard for even some of the most successful people to keep their heads above water. So, if you're experiencing difficulties right now, then believe me when I tell you that it's really not your fault. But now you know what could happen to you if your mind's wealth magnet were to be activated. You could be one of the thousands of other people to experience this Money Mind Hack to completely transform their lives. Like Sarah from Boston, who says, "I'd always felt that I was missing that little something that would enable me to be successful. I worked hard and even studied the law of attraction. Nothing worked until I listened to Aaron's Money Mind Hack. Within weeks, money and success started finding me in a bunch of different ways, none of which I ever expected. Discovering this has changed my life, and I recommend it to anybody." Or Terry from New Jersey, who told me, "I'd lost my job and felt like I had no hope. Then a friend pointed me towards Aaron's Money Mind Hack, and everything changed almost overnight. I suddenly became a go-getter. Now I own a successful business, and I'm earning upwards of $30,000 a month. I've also met the woman of my dreams. I couldn't be happier." So, what you're now thinking is, this all sounds wonderful, but what can I do to activate my mind's wealth magnet and make Aaron's Money Mind Hack work for me? Well, let me tell you, it really is extremely simple. All you need to do is sit or lie down alone in a quiet room, relax, then listen to the 10-minute audio track that I'm going to give you today. Then live your life as normal. It really is that easy. From that point onwards, your mind's wealth magnet will be activated. You could soon see money, wealth, and abundance simply flow into your life. That's exactly what happened to me, my sister, and to thousands of people that have already tested Aaron's Money Mind Hack. But I have to warn you, this webpage will not be here forever. This incredible discovery is simply too powerful, and whilst Aaron would dearly love to help everybody attract wealth and abundance, he is also aware that if too many people were to hear about this, then the world's elites and 1%ers would have the power to make life very difficult for him. These people own 99% of the world's wealth, and they want to keep it that way. If too many people know about Aaron's incredible discovery, then their dominance would be threatened. So, we are only able to accept a limited number of people before we close this website for our own personal safety. So, if you want in on this, if you want your mind's wealth magnet to be activated in just 10 short minutes, then I urge you not to hesitate and to secure your copy of Aaron's Money Mind Hack. Now, you are probably wondering how much this will cost you. Of course, the true value of the Money Mind Hack is unquantifiable. How can anybody put a price on the ability to manifest unlimited wealth? To even come close to valuing this method, you would need to attach a price tag of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But luckily for you, neither myself nor Aaron are in this for the money. So, in order to help as many people as possible, we have made the Money Mind Hack as affordable as possible. In fact, all you're going to be asked to pay is a very small one-time admin fee to cover expenses, server charges, and the cost of our customer support team, who will be here to help you whenever you need it. All you have to do is click the button below this video and we can get started. Now is the time to take action. But if you're at all unsure, please allow me to calm your cautious mind, because when you sign up to Aaron's Money Mind Hack today, your purchase will be protected by a 60-day satisfaction guarantee. No matter what happens, your investment will be protected. But I can assure you that there is no reason whatsoever for doubt or fear, because this incredible wealth magnet activation method has worked for thousands of everyday people, and it can work for you too. Before long, when you're holding that much-needed cash in your hands, all of your worries could be a distant memory, and you'll look back on this moment and breathe a sigh of relief, and thank the universe for giving you the courage to take action and sign up today. As soon as you accept this incredible opportunity, you will have instant access to this life-changing 10-minute digital audio track. No shipping, no waiting, it will be there for you as soon as you've joined. But that's not all you'll get if you place your order right now, because Aaron has agreed to throw in a few free bonus gifts when you grab your copy of the Money Mind Hack today. Firstly, bonus number 1, Vitality. In this recording, Aaron will reprogram your mind to accumulate positive vitality energy. This healthy energy forms the basis for all happy and successful people and has a value of $97. Next, bonus number 2, Gratitude. When you play this track, Aaron will enable you to connect to gratitude. Without gratitude, we have nothing. It is one of the single most important features in boosting our quality of life. This is valued at $147. And then, bonus number 3, Success. With this track, Aaron will reprogram your mind to feed thoughts, success, achievement, and fulfillment in your life, allowing your mindset of success to grow consistently. This one is valued at $197. So that's 3 bonuses with a combined value of $441. And they are yours for free when you order the Money Mind Hack today. Just click on the purchase button below the video right now. Once you've joined, you'll be able to download the 10-minute audio track to either your cell phone or computer. Then when you're alone and feeling totally relaxed, go ahead and listen to the track and allow Aaron to activate your mind's wealth magnet. If you do this, then I am absolutely certain that you can start seeing money appear in your life very quickly. If you cross off this page now, you may never again be given the opportunity to choose a new life full of wealth and prosperity. Aaron would love to help the world with his unique powers, but that simply isn't possible. This is why it is vital that you click the button below this video and allow Aaron to activate your wealth magnet right now. Hesitation could mean missing out on the opportunity to live the life of abundance that you've always dreamed of. So, click the button below this video and place your order with zero risk to you, as